I'm going to segue real quick into the world of science. I know this is exciting, isn't it? I love science, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do and what the world of science is doing now. So I'm in business development, and so I sell to the biotech arena, the pharmaceutical arena, academia, as well as biodefense. Our company happens to be the only company that has an assay built for all the biothreat agents that are out there. We were commissioned to do that right after 9/11, and so any kind of railway station in like Philadelphia and in New York, there are these little look like trash cans, but they are square silver boxes that have an instrument in them, and they sniff the air. And our assay tests to see if there's any biothreat agent, and that air is sniffed about every 35 to 40 minutes. So believe it or not. So that's kind of how we made our stances in biothreat. Where I sell into and where our company really strives is in the drug discovery and development piece of the pipeline for pharmaceuticals. And we are do mainly large protein, large molecule nucleic acid assays. We are a ligand binding company. So you guys who are in science might have done ELISAs before. I don't know, these are enzyme-linked immunosorbent assays. So they're taking antibodies and antigens and linking them together and quantifying them. But now we've taken that a step further. Instead of having them on plates on a little tiny microbead, and you can put hundreds of antigens in a well and do detection. So for biomarkers, cytokines, that sort of thing. I know you don't care about this stuff, but the whole point being is that you don't have to know what I'm talking about, but we're just helping scientists to think outside the box, to do things that are not commercially available. And so that's kind of what we do. I can show you a little bit of this. Hopefully this will work. And so y'all can stop hearing me drone on and on. But this is YouTube, believe it or not. And this is just a little bit of a character of what the technology is doing now in science. And it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, but hopefully you will too. Oh, gosh, I don't hear it. Shoot.
Hold the mic there.
I might not play it because I don't think I have enough ball bands to play it. Oh, anyway, what you see here, you see this microbead? Hold on. Okay. Can't hear it. Shoot! Okay, well, you're going to miss this quote. That's okay. Anyway, let me see if I can get a picture of this real quick. Oh. We take these microbeads that you saw before, and they're antibodies that are attached covalently onto the bead, and then that attracts an antigen with another antibody that's tagged, and it sends through a laser. And this is just rapid-paced data. I mean, it's coming out in the thousands. And a researcher that used to be able to make a decision within a month can make it within an hour now. So the technology is fairly insane. Not only that, these little things are now put on a CD and done in microchannels. So now you can take like a nanoliter of sample, and which is great for Alzheimer's disease and cognitive disorders to do that. So the technology is very rapid. Researchers are making decisions in days and not weeks now. And I mean, that's pretty cool. And it's very, very difficult to keep up with technology. So let me kind of tell you, those people who are interested in sciences and pharmaceutical, let me give you a little idea about what's going on, which is rapidly changing. Right now, the pharmaceutical arena is not what it used to be. It used to be that it had massive blockbuster drugs that made tons of money, and each company would be in the billions in sales. Not anymore. Most of their major blockbuster drugs are going off patent in 2012. These are the hypertension medications. This is Lipitor, all the types of cholesterol regulating drugs, diabetes, etc. All these guys are going off patent. Not such a bad thing since everything is moving into personalized medicine. And I don't know if you know about that, but now that we know the human genome, we know that throwing things in the dartboard and seeing how a patient responds is not the best way to do medicine. So now all the drugs are getting very personalized to a particular type of individual, whether that's just race or creed or whether that's just genetics. So things are changing and pharmaceutical companies are having to change along with that. It used to be they coveted their molecules and everything was closely in the knit of a particular pharmaceutical company. Now, everything is for sale. The lab space is for sale, the molecules are for sale, research is for sale. It's amazing the change. And so if you had your double PhD or your PhD MD, most of these guys don't have jobs anymore. And it's a really scary thing. As of today, Mark just fired 13,000 people today. So it is an industry that is really shaky at the moment. They are discovering molecules and selling them the next day. And they're just wrapping all IP around that. So, or intellectual property. And they're outsourcing everything now. That's why our company is doing well, because that's what we do the best, is we outsource and help these guys out. So everything's going to personalized medicine, the point of care, all the instrumentation is getting very small and specialized. And like I said, the technology is moving pretty fast. So, last slide. I know you guys are tired, so I'll last end of the day. But if I could give you some nuggets to think about in my crazy adventures, and is that enjoy your gift or talent that you've got, really embrace that. And I don't care what it is. It could be swimming, it could be playing the violin, it could be writing. Just understand that that's your gift to the universe and really embrace it. And no matter what anybody says, because you'll always get money. You guys are smart enough and talented enough to make money in whatever you love to do. And so don't be afraid to take a chance. There are so competitive in the world out there today, and your story and your individual stories are going to mean a lot. So take a chance and do something maybe slightly different. Every experience is a learning tool. And so take that and don't make mistakes twice. Easier said than done. And make sure that you learn from your experiences, good or bad. And own them as well and try to be different because it's so competitive out there these days. Stop using on. So I'm going to take this and don't roll your eyes. My granddad took me out we owned a tobacco farm, we still do, in North Carolina, and my grandfather, way back in the 70s, took me out in the middle of the field and said, "Baby girl, you have a job here on this farm for the rest of your life. You can work here, I don't care, and this is where you can live, etc. Or you can do really well in school and go and take the world as your oyster." And I really didn't want to work on the farm. I've worked there before, and it was very, very hard. And I saw people work very hard on that farm, and I didn't want to do it. So I decided from then on, I was going to try to be the best student I could be and do the best job I could be. And I'm not a smart student. For those of you who do your homework in an hour, it would have taken me 3 or 4 hours. So it really took, I was really, really tough at school. And at Duke was really a struggle for me, and I graduated, thank God. And I haven't looked back. Duke has been an incredible resource for me outside of school, and they're always willing to help. And so I've brought 100 ideas to them, and they've always supported me. So really choose your college well, and also make sure that you own that college, not the college owning you. Because it can be an amazing experience that can last a lifetime. So going through the degree in the field that you love and have passion for, and I know you guys all have theses to think about, but there's so many questions in this world, and I'm sure that you'll find a great thesis to enjoy. And as you've heard throughout this whole experience, there are no guarantees in life, so make those guarantees yourself. just don't take ownership of it. And thank you so much.